I'm Soric.
I'm Jester.
And I'm a She-Ra fan.
Eee!
Well, that's how we used to think, until we actually watched the show. Let me ask you something. Have you ever avoided something because of someone else's opinion?
Yes!
I said, let me ask you another question. Did you listen?
Yes!
Well, then I said, what if you have deprived yourself of a great experience?
I have.
This was our experience with She-Ra and the Princesses of Power.
So Adora's this girl with a pompadour, yeah? Right. Adora is a soldier for the Horde army. She's been raised and trained to believe in their twisted ideals. However, an accident causes Adora to find the Sword of Power and become She-Ra, the Princess of Power. After learning the truth about the Horde, she swears her allegiance to the Rebel Alliance.
Before watching the show, do you know what I knew about it?
It's woke nonsense.
Yep, that's quote unquote what people used to say. It's woke. I didn't know what or why, but every YouTube channel that popped up said it was. So I believed it. These channels had lots of subscribers, other videos that I thought were true, and some were even fans of the source material, so we had no reason to think they were wrong.
Amen, brother.
Amen. So, on we went, avoiding the show for 7 years.
7 long She-Ra-less years.
Until mid-2025.
Soric was waiting for Kaz to finish his shit and noticed She-Ra playing on the live channels. Out of boredom, Soric clicked on, and that one decision went on to change his life.
You might think a show changing someone's life is hyperbole, so it's time for some backstory. Welcome to 2018. This is 2018, Soric. This is Small Jester. Shoo. He's not important. Back then, politics was a big hobby of mine.
He watched political videos and shows, so when people told him something was woke...
And woke equals bad.
He believed it. But why did he? And why did it bother him?
I believed it because all the political opinions I held at the time weren't mine. They all belonged to other people who seemed to know more than I did, like friends or politicians. I just mirrored their beliefs as mine. The reason woke bothered me was because I was told it should, and we had to fight against this, quote, woke propaganda. So, what changed? I was super unhappy. The world seemed grim, injustice lurked around every corner, and it seemed that was just the way of life. It's sad, really. Feeling like that is no way to live. I knew politics was making me unhappy, so I made one of the best decisions of my life. I dropped it completely. Stone cold turkey.
Cold corn ham.
Yeah, cold corn ham with vegetarian. I stopped watching or listening to anything even remotely political, you know? And even though now I'm a little more ignorant, I'm way happier, so I think the trade-off was worth it. So, why was this one of the best decisions I ever made? Because over the last few years, I have been making my own opinions on things. Without outside influences, I've been able to form opinions that truly reflect my beliefs. I've changed over the years and started seeing things in ways I never thought I would. All these experiences have made me into an accepting person. I mean, I'm finally starting to accept who I am. Now, let's return to 2025 and the Kazlorian. Here we are, back in the present. Fuck, go away. So, back to the fateful day I watched that episode. It was episode 9, season 1. And I remember getting really interested during those few minutes, and I turned it off before its end and decided to give the show another chance from the beginning. And it was the best decision ever. For the next 2 weeks, Kaz and I spent our time together watching the show.
It was fucking brilliant.
She-Ra's brilliant. I'm going to come out straight away and say it is my favourite show, period. It's top of the list.
Yeah, it's definitely one of the best shows I've ever seen, and we're going to go a little off script here and start telling you why.
Now, there will be spoilers, presumably, for
Yes.
She-Ra, as well as other things we talk about.
But that might not be such a bad thing.
So, because we watched the show 7 years after,
Yes.
it's already finished, and I already knew how the ending went, like, because everyone was talking about it at the time, or at least everyone in, like, the He-Man scene was talking about it. So, I knew Catra and Adora got together. I also knew other characters got together, like...
They making kittens, baby, yeah!
But knowing, like, some of those extra things was actually one of the reasons I stuck around, because I wanted to see how those relationships formed, how they developed. And if I didn't know that going in, it's impossible to say, but maybe I wouldn't have stuck around.
Yeah, it's one of the core things, like, oh, it's the relationship between these two people on opposite sides of a war. So knowing how it ends, it made us feel kind of comforted, because a lot of shows we watch tend to end in rather shit ways, and the ending can ruin everything.
Yeah.
So it was nice to know this was always going to end well. We just didn't know the specifics, and that kept us there.
We disagreed slightly on favourite characters. Like, I think Catra has the best story in the show, but Adora is my favourite character.
And I believe, personally, my favourite character was either Glimmer or Catra. It was one of the two. It's hard to say, it kind of changes.
Yeah.
But it's like Catra's story, I think, is the best in the entire show. It's well done. The writer was clearly a cat person, for one. They understood those traits so well.
We love cats here.
We do. But also, it's just a tale of long-form suffering, and then after she joins them, it's the therapy to getting over it. It's a powerful story. With the consistent writing style from the writer, it's like no moment ever feels out of character. So it's just this long-form, like, journey.
Yeah, I don't think the writers ever dropped a beat.
No, I don't think so either.
I think the show is so good. Continuity was great.
Yeah.
Which you don't get in a lot of, like, long... Because it was 5 seasons, quite a long show.
And then there was Glimmer, who, in my opinion, I also think had one of the best stories. And a lot of people say Glimmer goes bad around season 4. Like, I disagree. I think the decisions she made were completely rational. I don't think she acted out of character at all. I feel like it was fair of her to feel that way.
Yeah, you can understand Glimmer's perspective on it entirely. You don't have to agree with it, but you can understand exactly why she did what she did.
Yeah, like, she listens to some of the advice given to her by Shadow Weaver, but she never trusts her.
Yeah,
she never lets her out or anything.
Yeah, but hey, this is a person, you know, who wants to live Shadow Weaver. So she may be manipulative, but she doesn't want Horde Prime to win.
Not just that, but at that point, Glimmer was freshly taking over a kingdom after her mother's death, and she was still trying to fight on the right side. It's powerful.
Angela doesn't come back. I'm glad they didn't undo that.
Yeah.
Not that I don't like I love Angela, but I'm glad that there was consequences.
Yeah, a story needs consequences to feel real. If you're just going to undo every death or power of friendship your way through everything, stakes don't matter. Tension never builds, nothing ever feels dangerous. But when they face off against Horde Prime, you know shit could get real because someone is dead. This war is not victimless.
Yeah, there's so much I could say about She-Ra, and you know what, if people are interested, tell me, because I'm going to rewatch this show soon. If you want to watch me rewatch that show, that's kind of weird, but...
We mean like in a video, not out the window or anything.
But if you did that, that's weird. How would you like to see that kind of content? But we could sit there and watch it and give commentary and heckle a lot of the jokes.
Yeah, we're good at that. So if you want to see that kind of thing, please do let us know.
So why does it matter? Why am I making this video?
Because you refused to watch the show back in the day. Because you believed the propaganda of the other side. You believed that it was woke nonsense, it was this, it was that. Oh, she wants to bang the original bad guy of the show. Like He-Man would want to bang Skeletor or anything like that.
Yeah, I mean, he'd probably go for Evil Lyn, but...
Yeah. He-Man don't shoot the other way.
No, it's important because had I not changed and then seen that one episode by chance and just decided, let's give it a go, I would never have watched the rest of the show. I would never have this thing I love so much now. And my eyes would not be open. Because after I finished it, you know, I was like, oh wow, that's the best thing I've ever seen. The writing was great, the characters were great, the story was great.
It was a genuine piece of art.
Is it perfect? No, but nothing is.
But the saddest thing about that is we were 7 years too late.
Yeah, the fandom for it, I'm sure there's people out there who like it. But no one's like going on X or whatever these days and be like, hey, you remember She-Ra, Princesses of Power? No, its time has come and gone, and it lasted 2 years.
Especially like all the toys, merch and everything are gone. It's no longer relevant, it's done.
Yep.
And now they're worth hundreds.
But I missed out on being a part of the community, watching that show as it aired with everybody else, because I was misinformed and stupid. The only person I can talk to about the show is you.
And you're a knobfish.
I mean, we talk every day, all the day. Help me. But it did open my eyes. So I started thinking, like, well, what else have I been wrong about? And I know you felt the same way.
Yeah, I think he's wrong all the time.
Bitch.
We've got a couple examples of things we were wrong about. Things that we misjudged. Things that we want to mention not only are good in the end, but
We're good
as
all
a-
the way.
Yeah, it's a way to show that it's like there's loads out there you've probably missed out on, and we want to get you thinking about giving other things a second chance, or maybe even the first chance you refuse to give it.
The quintessential quintuplets. I know, an anime. Ugh.
Alright, ugh. How about sisters? Ugh.
Oh no! You watched the Quints a few years ago.
2022.
Okay, so a while ago. I remember you would tell me about the Quints, like you'd tell me about episodes or stuff as you were going through and watching it. And I just thought it sounded like generic anime trash. It's like, oh, a harem with these 5 sisters who look identical but don't look identical. And it's just this stupid rom-com. It's like there's nothing original about it. It's just a gimmick show. That's what I thought.
You're just some generic trash living on as dojins. So why?
One day, you watched the film on Netflix. I came in, I must have been at work or something. And I remember just watching along with you. I kind of got pulled in. And I was like, whoa, that was pretty nice actually.
Wholesome stuff. We like our wholesome things.
If it wasn't for She-Ra and seeing that, I wouldn't have given it a second thought. I wouldn't have thought to myself, well, the whole series is on Netflix. I'm going to give that a go. And you and me watched it all the way through. It was, for a short time, my favourite anime. And it's not gone down because it's bad or anything. It just got knocked down by the next queen. Yeah, it was Baka and Test. Then I watched Quince. It was like Quince's number 1. And then I watched Sister Princess.
Sister Princess is an anime. An old one as well. It's got that nice old style about a young man who's focused his entire life on studying to become an elite. That's all he wants, is to pass school, get a good job, and just live at the heights of society. Unfortunately, one small mistake means that he can no longer go to the university he wants. And because he was the smartest student of the school, he didn't think he was ever going to fail. So the only school willing to accept him is one on this rinky-dink island, Promised Island. So he goes there, and he ends up finding, on that island, await 13 sisters he never knew he had.
A guy moves to an island to go to school and suddenly has 13 sisters. If you've ever seen an anime, what are you thinking right now? Where's your head going? Well, you're wrong.
Dirty sods, the lot of you.
It's actually a super wholesome show.
Yeah, it's like 13 sisters with very different views of their own. And he gets to spend each episode, with a different one. Cause they each one might get a few episodes, and he'll get to see kind of what they're up to, life through their eyes, and he'll learn more about himself by hanging out with these other people he grows to love.
It's just so nice. But the description alone is like, if you read that, you'd probably just skip it. Sometimes you kind of gotta delve in, give it a try. She-Ra opened my eyes. It's like, maybe there's actually something good here, and there was, because guess what? It's my favourite anime. Oh, FYI. Yotsuba wins in Quince. And you know what? Watch that show with that spoiler from the perspective, right? Watch the show from the perspective that Yotsuba wins. Know that going in. And the reason is, that's how I watched it. And you can see so many cool little details and hints and nods, towards her being the winner in the future.
Yeah, you start to pick up on everything. You start to see those details. For example, Yotsuba's trademark is a green headband with the bunny ear shape.
Yeah.
You'll notice Uesugi's hair, right from episode 1 throughout the entire show, mirrors that with his 2 cowlicks.
Yeah, he's got the same thing on his head. There's loads of shows we could go through to make the point about this. It's Nimona, heard it was woke. We tried it one day on Netflix. It's awesome.
It was a good film, yeah. A fun time, very punk.
You watched, what, Carmen Sandiego?
Yeah, I heard that show was, once again, it was the usual, oh, it's woke, it's different from the original. It's well, guess what? I like the charming little style, it had, the little art style. I gave it a try, and I don't see what all the fucking fuss was about.
Wonka? That one's mental to me.
You know why people don't like Wonka? I'm certain it's because black people are in it.
It's set in London in 1888. So what are you saying? Black people hadn't been invented yet?
But yeah, I genuinely don't know. Because it's not like we watched these videos, by the way, but you see them pop up on your YouTube as oh, Wonka, woke, shit like that, and it's we've watched Wonka, and I cannot see what they would have been talking about.
Yeah, I can't find a moment in the film where it's oh, that must be what the person saw. It's no, it's an entirely wonderful film with a great soundtrack.
Yeah, another one, Elemental. Nothing woke about it.
I adore Pixar, so I'm really pissed that I avoided this film for so long, because some YouTuber put that in.
Yeah, it's modern Pixar trash. It's it's pushing messaging. It's all this. It's no, it isn't.
Guess what? It's a lovely
wholesome film.
Yeah, it's a wholesome love story between two different elements. It's lovely. There's literally nothing real worldy like that in it.
Oh yeah, One Piece live action.
People say the casting for that one is a problem. People complain non-stop about the casting. There was loads of complaints, supposed contra. It's like, you know what? I watched it. I think the cast is amazing. I think they all did bang-up jobs.
We haven't watched the original One Piece. We haven't read the original One Piece. And frankly, given how long it is, I never will. I don't care to. I wouldn't change the cast of that live action show.
No, not one of them.
It's perfect. It's exactly what I imagine One Piece is like. And you know what? Watch that instead of the anime, because it's shorter.
Yeah, and it definitely won't go on as long.
Yeah.
No one will live that long.
All this is to say, people need to learn to form their own opinions.
In a world where the internet rules the truth and misinformation spreads like a good butter, people need to rely on their own experiences.
Yes, sometimes you should just take the leap and try something new, because who knows?
It may change your life.
Now, if you'll excuse us, we need to take this little guy home before he changes something drastic.
Screw.
What are you doing back here?